Dame i gospodo, poštovani matičari, poštovaoci duhovne problematike koja nas je danas ovdje okupila, dozvolite na samom početku, pre nego što im predstavim našeg dragog gosta i pre nego što mu damo reč na moguće predavanje za nastavak dijalektika, duhovnosti i etički imperativ, dozvolite da još jednom odam počast tragično preminulo s nadom da će se zaista neko kaže nered koji je do toga doveo ovakve strašne situacije u jednom trenutku ipak eliminisati iz ovog društva. Suviše to dugo traje. Nije to stvar samo jednog režima, to je stvar možda, bojim se, i jedne socijalno-političke situacije koja je mnogo šira, koja duže traje i bojim se da to već postaje deo možda naše mentalne matrice, da ne uradimo ono što moramo da uradimo. I ako uvedemo reda, uvedemo odgovornosti, to bi bio prava dobit posle ove nesreće. Ako to ne učinimo, onda su te nesreće sve uzaludne, kao što su bile i pre, pamtimo ih dobro od raznih prilika. Pa se još jednim minutom ćutanja podsjetimo na ovaj nevinu skandal. Slava. Danas imamo lepo zadovoljstvo da pozdravimo poštovanog Đernaila Ananda, pisca, ja bih rekao pre svega pisca filosofskih eseja, a onda uz to i pisca koji se bavi poezijom, piše takvu poeziju kako sam pisao u slistiku, a takođe se bavi fikcionalnom prozom, ali u svim ovim dimenzijama on je na tragu onoga što je u indijskoj kulturi očuvano i dan danas na jedan drugi ubedljiv način. To je jedan jedinstven spoj između mitsko-religijsko-filozofskog mišljenja, koje onda se transponuje i u književnosti i dobijemo nekakve rezultate koji su veoma često bitno drugačije od ove naše evropske, pogotovo zapadnoevropske perspektive. I utoliko, ja mislim, produktivnije i zanimljivije susresti se sa takvim, dakle, produktima intelektualne sfere, koliko je to umelo u zapadnoevropskoj tradiciji da bude vrlo izrazito. Podsjeća nas svakako Rabindranath Tagora, koji je imao zaista veliku, ogromnu popularnost i u zapadnoj kulturi. I u to vreme još uvek na zapadnoj kulturi postojala jedna vrsta ovakvoga tipa mišljenja koja, istina, bila je sve nekako više marginalizovana, sve to išlo postepeno, ali danas mi živimo u jednom vremenu koje je radikalno u zapadnoj kulturi otišlo u tom smeru. U smeru eliminacije, ako hoćete, i filosofskog mišljenja. Nadam se da ima filosofa ovde među nama, pa će moći da posvedoče, ima ih, vidim, pa će moći da posvedoče koliko je, recimo, matematizacija filosofskog znanja, pogotovo logike, ali i drugih disciplina, otišlo u jednom smeru, dakle, koji nam pokazuje zapravo kako se hoće obaviti scijentizacija tih svih stvari koje se, po mom dubokom uverenju, ne mogu scijentizovati, nego ostaju zapravo stvar dubokog ljudskog doživljaja. A to je, dakle, sve ono što nam donosi i mit, i mitsko mišljenje, i religija, pa i filosofija, ona koja zapravo treba da nas nauči jednom dobrom obrazcu samoga života. Indija je očuvala takvu jednu tradiciju, nije čudo da je ona onda posejala zaista mnoge mudrace koji nas uče onom tradicionalnoj indijskoj mudrosti. Imam samo zadovoljstvo, ne pominjući mnoge gurue koje vi svakako dobro znate, ali mislim da ono što je recimo Maharishi Mahesh Yogi uradio sa transcendentalnom meditacijom, kao čitavim jednom sistemom za prirodno utemeljenje čoveka u jednom shvatanju i Boga, i kosmosa, i sveta prirode, i sveta društva, da je to nešto što je ostavilo zaista ogromnog traga na čitavu zapadnu kulturu. Ta činjenica da je to tako pokazuje da je Zapad uprkos tome što se sve radikalnije opredeljuje za svet bez Boga, da i takako ljudi na Zapadu imaju ozbiljnu potrebu za Boga. I mogu bih na 1000 načina da o tome sada svedočim, kao i što i vi možete da posvedočite iz svog iskustva. Ta potreba za prosto ovim dimenzijama o kojima govorim, dimenzijama mišljenja pre svega, ali i potreba za jednim uređenim svetom u kojem je Bog ta vrhovna instanca koja sve nekako drži na okupu, je nešto što neće ni u zapadnoj kulturi tako lako da bude izbačeno, da će se uvek kao bumerang vraćati. Jedan od tih bumeranga jeste i činjenica da dakle iz Indije dobijemo sve više pozitivnih iskustava u ovom smislu. Dakle, ako sada, kad budete čuli ono kako će vam se obraćati i naš današnji gost, poštovani Џернаил Ананд, vi ćete vidjeti upravo koliko je tačno ovo što govorimo, pa ako se držimo strogo zapadnoevropskih obrazaca mišljenja, mi ćemo imati jedan ozbiljan otpor. Ali svako treba od nas da preispita u kojoj meri taj otpor ima smisla, da li nas vodi prema nečem boljem ili možda prema nečem što u civilizacijskom i duhovno-istorijskom smislu možda ima mnogo lošije posledice nego što pretpostavljaju oni koji čita proces vode. Dakle, uz ovo malo više reči nego što je možda i potrebno, ja bih pozdravio našeg dragog gosta. Namaste. Sa željom da nam on održi predavanje. Pozdravljamo ga kao predsjednika Međunarodne etičke akademije, koji svoje središte ima u Čandigaru, na severu Indije, i imao sam zadovoljstvo da na poziv i njega i potpredsjednice koju posebno sad pozdravljam se pridružila naknadno, dr. Maja Sekulić, koja je potpredsjednica ovog Međunarodne etičke akademije. Imao sam zadovoljstvo da nešto govorimo o srpskoj kulturi na jednu skupu koja se bavila u univerzitetskom gradu Puneu, gde se govorilo o kulturi, o vrednostima i o ovim duhovnim aspektima čovekovog postojanja uopšte. Pa sam tu govorio o Matici srpskoj i o velikoj godišnjici letopisa Matice srpske. Još jednu se zahvaljujem i gospodinu Anandu i gospođi, ono ne voli da se kaže gospođe, dr. Maji Sekulić. Dakle, završavajući ovu svoju reč, ja bih zamolio našu poznatu književnicu Maju Sekulić da ovoga puta u svojstvu potpredsjednika ovog zanimljivog društva koje se bori za očuvanje etičkih aspekata ljudskog života, da i ona pozdravi i da predstavi naših dragog gosta. Maja, izvoli.
Hvala. Dobar dan. Dakle, veliko mi je zadovoljstvo što sam ovde u Matici srpskoj, koju ja tako smatram za vrh naše kulture, i imala sam čast da ovde imam čak 2 knjige objavljene, ali posebno mi je drago što sam imala priliku da pozovem doktora Stanića u Indiju i da bude naš gost, jer je na taj način srpska kultura i srpska književnost bila najbolje predstavljena. Dakle, to je bila dvodnevna međunarodna konferencija o ulozi etike u današnjoj kulturi i književnosti i umetnosti uopšte. I nas dvoje smo tako bili ambasadori naše kulture, što se, koliko ja znam, nije do sada nijednom desilo u Indiji. Ono što bih ja sad rekla je da smo doktor Anand i ja svojevremeno se sreli pre 5 godina. On me pozvao da dođem u Batindu, on je tada bio u Batindiju, u Panđabu, da se pridružim konferenciji i mi smo tu odmah našli, da tako kažem, zajednički jezik, jer je on bio svestan mog doktorata i knjige o transgresiji, o književnost prestupa se zove ta knjiga, nedavno izašla kod štampara Makarija, a prvo izdanje je bilo upravo u Matici srpskoj. Jer on isto voli da se poigrava sa žanrovima i njegova književnost jeste književnost transgresije i prestupa i tu je počela naša saradnja. On je mene zamolio da pišem neke pogovore, pregovore za njegove izdanja i ja sam u tom nekom trenutku, videvši njegov opus, rekla da je on najbolji filozof među pesnicima i najbolji pesnik među filozofima i to je nekako odjeknulo i širom Indije i širom sveta i tu je počelo neki njegov, kako da kažem, uspon van Pandžaba u Indiji i šire i on je proglašen za jedno od 10 najinteresantnijih književnika Indije i mi smo nastavili saradnju. Sledeći put kad smo se našli počeo razgovor o osnivanju ove akademije jer smo osjetili potrebu da u ovom današnjem svetu se malo više orijentišemo ka nekim etičkim vrednostima i da pokušamo, to nam je cilj, da uvedemo etiku u škole. Što se tiče njegovog odnosa prema našoj kulturi, mogu da vam kažem da je on meni odavši mnogo priznanja i tako dalje. Ja sam pomislila šta bi mi mogli za njega da učinimo i sjetila sam se sada u Indiji da je sada otprilike 100 godina od kada je došao Rabindranath Tagore u Beograd i bio gost Udruženja književnika Srbije i iz Čandigara sam poslala poruku da bi bio lepo da mi na 100-godišnjicu posvete Rabindranath Tagore sada damo počasnu članstvo u udruženju doktoru Anandu, što je jednoglasno prihvaćeno. I on od tada, pored svih svojih nagrada, evo nedavno dobio i nagradu Seneka i mi sad dolazimo prekjuče iz Rima gde smo oboje bili nagrađeni velikim nekim priznanjima velikana svetske kulture i tako dalje. On uvek na prvo mesto stavlja da je on počasni član Udruženja književnika Srbije. I onda drugo stavlja da je on nosilac povelje Morave i zbog toga smo mi juče bili u Mrčajevcima. To mu je bio, kad smo se spustili na aerodrom Nikola Tesla, on je rekao, ovo je sad moj san, ispunjen moj životni cilj i rekao mi je da sam ja neko oličenje te neke Srbije. Ja sam rekao, dobro, znači to je ovde stan od 5 godina. On je rekao, ne, to je stan od 69 godina. Prema tome, mi svi treba da budemo jako počašćeni što on ima takav odnos prema Srbiji, prema našoj kulturi i književnosti. Hvala.
Predlažem sada da gospodin Anand održi svoje predavanje, pa su biti prilike i za razgovore. Izvolite.
So I will talk in English.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. So I keep sitting. So, dear Dr. Dragan Stanik, Director of Matica srpska, august members of the faculty and ladies, gentle ladies and men and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me to this august assembly. I come from India, which is called the land of spirituality, spiritual power, no doubt. And my talk is also about spirituality today and ethics, the ethical imperative. As soon as we think of the word spirituality, what comes into our mind is some sage, some saint who has left this world, who is all busy in his meditations and who is living on mountains or riversides. This is the idea of spirituality that emerges in our mind. And also we think that they are very close to gods. They can think of past and future. This is some sense that we make of spirituality. And there are two aspects of a human being. One is the physical and the other is the spiritual. Physical is concerned with eating, living, doing your work, but at the same time you have a mind also. And this mind is which is the seat of spirituality. There is a US scholar, Brené Brown. She says that spirituality is recognizing and celebrating that we are all inextricably connected to each other. This is spirituality. There is a spirit behind everything, underlying everything that has been created, and we belong to each other. And this is the connection to that power and to one another is grounded in love and compassion. We should understand this connection which is between ourselves and between us and God. So far as Hindu philosophy is concerned, there are three ways of understanding the reality. One is the way of knowledge. We call it Gyan, Marg, the way of knowledge. The other is the way of devotion, Bhakti. And the third is the way of selfless action. Karma Yoga, which is called Karma Yoga. Then there are four principles also on which Hinduism bases our life, and that is Dharma. Dharma means righteousness, being right in your conduct. Arth means prosperity. You cannot keep alive unless you have money. You create money, economic values. Then there is calm. Calm relates to physical pleasures. We cannot move the civilization forward without this. And moksha. Moksha is liberation. Everybody wants liberation. Salvation, we can call it salvation also. So, basically spirituality is about right conduct. Even today, we have the birthday of great Sikh sage, Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak, right? I may refer to one of his lines which he says, which is very important in this context. He says, truth is the highest of everything. And we agree. Truth is the highest thing in the world. But he says there is one thing which is higher than truth also. What can it be? What can be more higher than truth? Then he says it is truthful living. Truthful living, the way we conduct ourselves in society, in our people, how we conduct ourselves, the right conduct. So that is very important. So it is the study of the spirit which underlies every object in the universe, which unites us, the entire cosmos, and everything has the stamp of the Creator, because they come from the same manufacturing. The things that are different only in shapes. Essentially, same life, same current, same spirit pervades everything. And this spirit is deathless. Death comes to shapes which are controlled by time. Anything that takes a shape, it is controlled by time. Time means it can die. And anything that is born on this earth is trapped in time. It has a certain life, it is born and then fades away. Death relates only to forms, spirit is deathless. And we are talking of spirituality, we are talking of something which evades death, which is beyond death. Mostly we think of religion when we talk of spirituality, because we feel that religions teach spirituality and there is no doubt about it. But the thing is that they are expected to connect man with the invisible forces above. But religions have come to focus only on the outer garments of the spirit. The spirit wears this body as an outer garment, and religions deal with these outer garments only. Mostly, they stress on what to wear, how to act, how to pray, what words to use. These things gain importance with religion, and most of the time these are formal affairs. Now, it looks very strange. I am a Sikh. If I wear a turban and a bracelet and a dagger, as you say, I become a Sikh. It is only you will say I am a Sikh, right? There is another part of it also, and of every religion also, and that is how I act. If my action is not appropriate to what our Gurus have said, then we are Sikhs or Christians or anything only in name. Now we move to knowledge versus wisdom. Our civilization is, it is a part where there is an explosion of knowledge. If you remember, Satan was specifically interested in knowledge. If I just remind you, I don't need to remind you actually that myth Adam and Eve living in bliss. We say ignorance is bliss. And then Satan comes like a serpent and tells in a dream to her, ask for the fruit of knowledge. Okay? My question is, why Satan was interested in knowledge? Because Satan saw many possibilities in knowledge which can help him. And they helped him. As soon as they eat the fruit of knowledge, they are thrown out of and they are thrown on this earth. So his purpose is solved. But what we are doing is, we are after knowledge. The entire civilization that we have built is based on knowledge. And knowledge is the most preferred domain of Satan. We have never thought this, where things are going wrong. We are still going on like this. So actually, Satan he knew that Adam and Eve live in bliss. And it was not ignorance which was bliss, it was their innocence which was their bliss. So, what knowledge does to man? It destroys his innocence. It makes him know things. Know things is good. If I know Mr. Dragon is sitting here, it is very good. So, knowledge has certain limits, right? As I remember a line from Pope, he said, from men, from men what angels know. No, he says, God's hide from brutes what men know, from brutes what men know, and from men what angels know. So far as knowledge is concerned, to brutes, animals they have a different level of knowledge, men have a different level of knowledge, and angels have a different level of knowledge. Now, if I know what is happening in the mind of Mr. Dragon, it is dangerous for me. If I know what is happening, what is AI doing is this, right? We are knowing more than we should. We need bliss, we need happiness, but this AI is doing to us. It is giving us more knowledge than is needed. And we are destroying what? Whatever happiness is left on this planet. We are doing away with that. So, this was how knowledge. Instead, I think you must have read the myth. Was there any tree of wisdom also? There was a tree of knowledge. Was there any tree of wisdom also? No. There was no tree of wisdom. And now we have to plant that tree of wisdom in this world if we want to save it from knowledge, from ourselves. Because gods have earmarked certain intelligence for everything. Now see, there are dogs, there are small insects, there are doves, there are cuckoos. Do you think they are ignorant? Do you think they don't know anything? The intelligence that they need to survive, they have. That is why they survive. Even ants, you see ants, they are still there. From time immemorial they are there. Why? Because they have been blessed by gods with certain essential intelligence with the help of which they are alive. But we are trying to grab that domain also. We are trying to, now wind, air, it has its essential intelligence. It knows when to blow, how much to blow. Whenever there is a calamity, we say it is a natural calamity. There is no calamity which is natural. All calamities are created by us because we are very unkind, unethical with regard to nature. We offend nature. That is why she takes the shape of calamities and tempests and all that. Otherwise, nature is not mad. So, when we come to different shapes, we are talking of different shapes. Difference makes no difference. This is my belief. We are different because of geographical conditions, physical conditions, and they should actually make no difference. Because the universe is the same. And these are only diversities. We should understand the difference between difference and diversity. And they are essential for our emotional fabric. When we come to spirituality, particularly it may be in other countries also, in India, what we see, there is a mushrooming growth of Babas, saints. I call it searing and staging, right? At every step you find a saint sitting. A sage is sitting there and he is guiding the people. I call it spiritual mafia, right? Now these people are after creating wealth for themselves and they are misleading millions with false promises of bliss. You know, there is a word you may have heard, fakir. Fakir.
You say the same word.
Fakir, right? Fakir is a man who doesn't like attachments, possessions, right? He is just moving about, enjoying, right? And think of God. Now, from that word I coin another word for these spiritual mafia, and this is fake ears. Okay? Fake ears. Fake ears, right? Go after that. So, but life we are living, we think that we know so much. Man is very intelligent, and we always think we are very intelligent, we big thing, but actually we are a tip of the iceberg. Iceberg is hidden in water, and the tip is, you see, if you think about the tip that you know everything about it, then you are mistaken. Like that big ship that struck the iceberg. I believe, I call it lifeberg. Lifeberg. We are tips of the lifeberg. We do not know where we belong, where we come from, where we shall go, and we also don't know what is in our mind. I have written it, that's why I am talking, otherwise my mind can squander also. There are so many things which are rushing to my mind. So far as the human condition is concerned, I was talking today and always that we think we are grand thing, but we are very helpless, we are highly circumscribed. Okay, can we see our face? Can we see our face? No, unless you need a mirror. Only then you can see your face. And you cannot see your back. What we can see of ourselves? And we say, man is this, man is that. Man is nothing. We can't see our face. Then, come forward. Can anybody give an order for his own birth, his death? Can we define our Father? Can we say I want this color of my skin. We cannot order anything, right? We do not know where we will be born, and we don't know where we will be eclipsed and taken off. So this is the extent of our knowledge, and from where wisdom starts. Better not talk about it. So this was about this tip of the iceberg and all that. Spirituality relates to freedom of the spirit, whereas religion is branding activity. I was talking about religion. Religions brand you. When you become, I am not against any religion, let it be very clear. I am a neutral type of person. I talk objectively. Whenever we accept any religion or something, it is a branding for that. But spirituality, it releases you, it gives you freedom to act beyond the limits of your own religion. And there is an example also. Suppose water is made to pass into a tunnel, right? What freedom it has? Does it have any freedom when the water is passing through a tunnel? You think of religion as a tunnel and you are passing through it. Your religion, your freedom is curtailed, or you are to have free to act in a certain area, with so many limitations. So we cannot think of freedom of thought, freedom of mind, all these things, which spirituality comes to your help. You can break out of all these formal, informal boundaries. So instead of some people who are very religious, they are very fanatic also, and religions, sometimes make us dislike others. Spirituality doesn't believe in these things. Spirituality believes in people who are in harmony with cosmic forces, with the creation. And this is possible only through spirituality. So spirituality is the golden dust sprinkled over objects of nature so that they radiate glow of divinity. A religious person prays for his own tribe. Mostly you see people pray for our own tribe, but a spiritual person prays for mankind, for everything, for the things that have been created, and even for life systems. What are the life systems? Winds, waters, animals, everything that support our life. They support us in our life. So we should pray for them. Vegetation, animals, winds, waters, and renunciation and spiritual activism, our next point. I want to point out, remember an idea which is not written here. Guru Nanak once went to Himalayas, to the mountains. There are some people who were living naked, right? They were called Nagas. They were living naked. They were there meditating. Guru Nanak went to them and asked them, why are you here? Why don't you go to the world? You are needed there. People need you. The world needs you. You are here. What are you doing here? They said, we are in communion with God. We are praying to God. We are in meditation with God. So Guru Nanak said, all right, you are in communion with God, all that, but tell me one thing. No, they said, we don't like that world. That human world we don't like. We like this simple, doing nothing, just thinking of God. Then Guru Nanak said, all right, just answer one question. Why you go to those people for alms? You go to those people who are living there for alms, for food. Why you go there? Live here. Live without food if you can. So This is about renunciation. So we should not think of renouncing this world. Rather, going to riversides and all that, living, even Sikhism believes in living in the family and doing your work, taking the family, looking after your kids, and finally doing your duty. If you are not doing your duty, if you are running from it, that is not good. Then the idea of detachment comes. I will be a little bit faster now. Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he says, do your act. You are controlled by your actions and their fallout is not in your hand. Here, sometimes we feel that we are under some fate, some destiny which is guiding us. I don't think so. It is actually a very strange thing. It may look to you, because we believe that God has created a fate and fate is ruling us, fate is ruling people, but it is actually human action that controls us. You do something, you will be trapped into its result and you cannot get out of it. Even gods, if they want to help you, they cannot help you if you have done something wrong, you will have to pay for it. You will suffer for it. No prayer can help you in that way. So we are suffering. This I call fate for me. What is fate? The sum total of all your actions that we have done in this and in our previous incarnations. Some people, some religions don't believe in reincarnation. That is another thing, but I, being a Sikh candidate from a Hindu land, we believe in reincarnation and we believe that whatever we do today, it will come to us in some form or the other, and we cannot escape its effect, its impact. And whatever we are getting today, this is also the result of our actions. We are controlled by our actions. That is why Bhagavad Gita is so important to everyone, because it is the theory of action. Now, action is not what we have done. Sometimes we think gods are listening to us, we make prayers in this language, in that language. Thing is, gods do not listen to anything. They only see what you are doing. They know only your actions. If your action is good, you are on the right side, and if your action is bad, you are on the wrong side. This is the only language which gods understand. I don't think there is any other language, either Sanskrit or Hindi or nothing. They don't understand anything. And nobody has come from there to tell us which language they talk. I don't think so. So basic thing is that we have, now I am just wrapping it up. There is a fall from innocence, which I was talking, to ignorance. We have great knowledge, but this knowledge has ultimately, now you see, we are talking of eco-friendly things, this and that. It means this knowledge has disturbed our system, our ecosystem. And we are living in a state of ignorance. We need to rediscover our innocence. And for that, we will have to plant the tree of wisdom once again, as I began with, where we faulted. We need the tree of wisdom, and for the tree of wisdom, what we need is conscious action. and hesitate from playing with natural systems. Nature is, we are a part of nature, we were a part of nature, but at present we are not a part of nature. We actually attack nature wherever we can, and we want to know much more things than we should. AI I am referring to. We need to control them, constrain them, and we have to see that these things do not destroy the superstructure which gods have created. And the spiritual and the ethical imperatives go. So here ethics comes in. How we should live in life. The ethical imperative comes here. We have, from our academy, we introduced the idea of ethical alphabet. Ethical alphabet. A, B, C. We have been teaching, everybody is teaching A for apple, B for bat, right? I think after teaching those very young children, a time comes when we should graduate to some other ideas. For example, A for Almighty. We should, when the child grows into 6th, 7th year, 8th year, he should know that A stands for Almighty also, and B stands for not only bat but balance. We should cultivate balance in our life. We can tell them, and most interesting is C. All the time we are teaching C for cat. All right, very good. But if we just shift the focus from cat to compassion, I think it can make a lot of difference. From cat to compassion. We have to learn compassion for this. And now we come to E. E stands for elephant, and now I think E should stand for ethics.
It depends on language.
E for I'm talking of English language. So E should stand for ethics. We have a whole alphabet up to Z. I will not discuss here. So I just wind up with a short poem. I think you will have it in your language. I am proud to be an individual who has a soul. But I am not alone, I belong to a whole. I am the tip of the life birth great, which lies in wait for me to script a grand fate. I am a descendant of God. I must be great. However wise, I cannot be otherwise. I must be great because I belong to that great God. I cannot renounce my duties and turn to mountains in search of a selfish salvation. That is selfish salvation, mountains. I am a part of the golden dust and the shining morning dew, a cosmic citizen, a lover of the ethereal brew. So I belong to the cosmicity. Not only I will speak on behalf of all of you. Thank you.
Hvala gospodinu Anandu za ovo predavanje. Pitam se sada ima li pitanja ili da ostavimo razgovore za ovu salu ovde pored nas, kada možemo u intimnijoj još atmosferi i manje formalno da razgovaramo, a možemo i ove mogućnosti da iskoristimo. Što bi Ernest Bloch rekao, od dve mogućnosti uvek je najbolje izabrati obe.
Mogu ja to nešto?
Izvolite.
gospodina Ananda brat ili blizanac Rabindranata Tagore i on je posebno činjen svesno. Pošto Tagoru čitam dugo i Tagora objašnjava šta je ljubav, univerzum i jedinstvo. Hvala vam na današnjem lepo predavanju.
Hvala vama. Nastavit ćemo onda razgovor u salonu, da se zahvalimo našem poštovanom Đernailu Anandu za ovo zaista fino, izazovno predavanje. Ja bih najviše volao kada bi konačnu verziju koju ćete moći da pročitate u letopisu Matice srpske, on dopunio svim ovim asocijacijama kojima je obogatio ovaj osnovni misaoni, tako kažem, kostur svoga izlaganja. I'll translate you what I suggest. What is my suggestion? I da se... Dakle... Dakle, zahvalnost našem dragom gostu iz Indije, gospodinu Anandu, zahvalnost našoj dragoj Maji Sekulić i zahvalnost vama što ste bili. Mislim da izlazimo obogaćeni iz ovog predavanja, a evo, još jednom poziv da nastavimo razgovor u salonu Matice srpske. Hvala.